Hello and welcome to your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman. Republicans and Democrats split the two big governor's races last night. In New Jersey, Governor Chris Christie cruised to re-election with bipartisan support. He defeated Democratic State Senator Barbara Buono, who received zero support from President Obama and other high-profile Democrats. Christie's win in a largely Democratic state helps boost his profile for a potential presidential run in 2016.
I know that if we can do this in Trenton, New Jersey, maybe the folks in Washington, D.C. should tune in their TVs right now, see how it's done.
And in Virginia, Democrat Terry McAuliffe narrowly pulled out a victory over Tea Party conservative Ken Cuccinelli. The Republican challenger attempted to make the election a referendum on the Affordable Care Act, but despite declining national support for Obamacare, McAuliffe was still able to pull off a victory, in part because he cast Cuccinelli as too ideological for the Commonwealth.
It was a choice about whether Virginia would continue the mainstream bipartisan tradition that has served us so well over the last decade.
And in New York City, voters picked a Democrat to be their mayor for the first time since 1989. Bill de Blasio cruised to an easy victory over Republican Joe Lhota. De Blasio campaigned on the issues of income inequality. He says the gap between rich and poor has become too large. And President Obama tries to shift focus from the health care debacle to immigration reform during a meeting with business leaders at the White House. Meanwhile, the president's point person on the Affordable Care Act, Health and Human Services Director Kathleen Sebelius, was in the hot seat again in Washington, answering questions about the troubled healthcare.gov website. Even Democrats grilled her about the problems.
This is unacceptable. It has been disappointing to hear members of the administration say they didn't see the problems coming.
Well, Sebelius also said the government plans to release enrollment numbers next week, but that wasn't good enough for lawmakers on Capitol Hill. Last night, the House Ways and Means Committee issued a subpoena for the release of those figures by this Friday. And Toronto Mayor Rob Ford has now admitted to using crack cocaine a year ago when he was, in his words, in a drunken stupor. The admission follows months of accusations during which the embattled mayor has refused to step down. Ford says he has made mistakes in his past, but now all he wants to do is apologize and move on. He said he has nothing left to hide. We'll see how the people of Toronto react. And there are new questions about what role Miami Dolphins coaches may have played in the alleged hazing of a player. According to the Sun-Sentinel out of Fort Lauderdale, coaches allegedly asked embattled offensive lineman Richie Incognito to toughen up teammate Jonathan Martin, who made those accusations. But sources also told the paper Incognito may have taken those orders too far. Well, coming up next on your Newsmax Now update, is Congress playing games with our electrical grid? Dr. Peter Pry joins us for an exclusive interview. Plus, most people would say going as a klansman for Halloween is in bad taste. But see why a Virginia mom is defending her son's costume.
Attention hip implant patients. Are you in constant pain? Have you received a letter from your doctor about your implant? Have you had or need a revision surgery? Do you have high levels of metal, chromium, or cobalt in your blood? Over 90,000 hip implant devices have been recalled due to defects and failures resulting in revision or replacement surgery. If you have a recalled hip implant, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-460-0920 to see if your implant is affected by the recalls. If you or a loved one has a defective or recalled hip implant, you may be entitled to substantial financial compensation. Call 800-460-0920. That's 800-460-0920. Protect your legal rights today. Call 800-460-0920.
This is an advertisement, not valid in all states. Paid non-attorney spokesperson. iLawsuit.com is an advertising group that represents lawyers advertising their services and is a free matching service for consumers. It is not a law firm or lawyer referral service.
Attention. Do you have a motorized wheelchair or scooter that needs repairs? Now there's a Medicare and private insurance benefit that may cover these repairs. You need to call the experts at the Precision Repair Network. We're the specialists in repairing all makes and models of motorized wheelchairs and scooters. Call us 24/7. We'll come to you anywhere in the United States. We'll even give you a loaner to use if necessary. And your repairs may be covered by Medicare or your private insurance, so there's little or no out-of-pocket cost to you. If your motorized wheelchair or scooter needs repairs and you don't know where to go for help, call our special hotline right now. Learn how you can get door-to-door service on your repairs at little or no cost to you. Call 800-978-4813, 800-978-4813, 800-978-4813, 800-978-4813.
Are you worried about not having enough money to retire? Finally, there's a retirement solution designed to address the damage that the government spending policies and the Federal Reserve have inflicted on the value of the dollar. Introducing the Heritage Advantage IRA, the new gold and silver-backed retirement account from Heritage Gold Group. Don't let the declining value of the dollar put your retirement in jeopardy. The Heritage Advantage IRA puts retirement savers back in control with physical gold and silver combined with the tax advantages of an IRA. Call 855-GOLD-IRA to request your free, no-obligation Heritage Advantage IRA kit. Inside, you'll find information about how to buy physical gold and silver with your existing IRA or 401k. No additional investment required. Call 855-GOLD-IRA for your free Advantage IRA kit. Don't wait. Plans for new regulations may eliminate rules allowing you to buy gold and silver with your existing IRA or 401k. Call 855-GOLD-IRA. That's 855-465-3472.
Welcome back. A Virginia mother has continued to defend her 7-year-old's Halloween costume after mounting public pressure. The boy dressed as a member of the Ku Klux Klan. Jessica Black, the mother, says it's a family tradition, and she even claims there is nothing wrong with the white supremacist group or segregation. Well, during a Newsmax exclusive on the topic of a catastrophic electromagnetic pulse event, we talked with Dr. Peter Pry, who is an expert on the subject. Pry says a major solar flare or even a nuclear device could knock out power enough to the United States for long enough to wipe out our society.
The sun can create a natural EMP by means of a geomagnetic superstorm that would be generated by a solar flare that would hit the Earth's magnetosphere. And this would generate a natural EMP that could destroy the electric grid and cause a protracted blackout that could last years.
Sobering stuff there. That's about it for this edition of your Newsmax Now update. I'm John Bachman.